Hi, I'm Mike Myers, Kilo 3 Delta Oscar, and I'd like to welcome you to my new shack. As some of you that have followed me for a little while, I had a little bit of a break there because I moved from where I was in Maryland to Florida. So all my old ham shack videos are what we had in Maryland. In Florida, there's a little less space. We had to downsize just a little bit, actually a lot. So got a lot less space, but I wanted to give a quick tour what the ham shack looks like now as here I'm in Florida. So in this video, I'm going to walk through some of the differences in the ham shack. It's a lot smaller space. I got a lot less to work with, but still very functional, and I used a lot of the same elements that I had in the old ham shack. So let's take a quick tour of my ham shack. All right, let's give you a quick shack tour of my new shack. Actually, it's my old shack just reimagined from Maryland. Since we moved to Florida, I've got a lot less space than what I had in Maryland, so it's a little more compact. In fact, my whole workshop area actually exists right here with all my soldering stuff. So, and the 3D printer and everything is all in this area as well, so much smaller than what it was in the past. But the shack is very similar in how it's laid out. The only thing that's different was in Maryland I had these two split on both sides, and you notice a couple things are missing. The rotor controllers that were here for the Leo pack and for the other rotor are missing because in Florida I can't have a Leo pack outside. Maybe in a future video I'm going to show you what I'm going to try to do with that. But you can also see the test equipment that was on the bench is now in the shack. So not all of it, a lot of it I got rid of actually because I don't have space for it. But and then you have the controller here. I don't have solar set up yet here in Florida, so the solar controller you can see is dead. But same thing as I had in Maryland. The three ports at the bottom down here are for going to antennas in the attic I can test with, so I can get loads and actually test. And then I have the Ethernet jacks that are right there to test, the USB ports which actually connect to the shack computer, and you see some power. And again, I have batteries, but I'm not really monitoring them like I was before. I probably should, but I haven't turned that back on yet. And then I have the power for USB and the power with the Anderson connectors, and that's all running off the battery. Of course, you can see I still have my 3 hotspots right here for DMR, Fusion, and D-Star. And of course you see I got my little one sitting right here for when I travel. And then I have my same radios here. I have the 7100. This actually connects to Maryland. This is a remote rig. The body's in Maryland, so I can still reach my repeaters in Maryland and check them out. And I do have remote control of the repeaters as well through data connections and everything. And then this is my my normal radio that I use probably the most when I talk locally would be this radio. And then I have the 7900, which right now it used to be used for the Leo pack, but right now I'm using it for, we do have a local 1.2 gigahertz repeater. You can see I got it set up to talk on, and it does have a regular stick in the attic. I haven't really done much with single sideband or anything when 2 meters or 440 since I've been here. And then we have DMR. We have no official DMR repeaters in the area. We have one that somebody has at his house. I have one in my garage, but not set up yet. Scanner, which doesn't do much good here because most things here are encrypted, so that may at some point take and change out or something. Of course, I got the 7610, which I use for HF, and then over here I have 2 other radios, a quad band, which has a quad band antenna in the attic, and then this is what I use mostly for data. I just bounce around different data things on it. And then I have the Fusion radio right here, which I also use here as well, that and 5100. The Kenwood, right now I got it unplugged, so it's not turned on. And then what I'm missing right here is a GMRS radio. I was having problems getting it working with the local repeater, so I gave it to somebody else to take a look at. So that's pretty much it. And then the mess under the floor, I think I've showed in the other video the antennas. They all come in right there behind that panel. That panel also goes outside to the flagpole antenna. Of course, you can see the 350 amp hour batteries that I got, and the chargers. Actually, you can maybe hear the charger right now, it's just running. Then all the radios. And then on the data side of things, I have an HDMI matrix switch and 2 switches. One's PoE and one's just a regular. And then you can see all the radios. And I don't have the BBS set back up yet, which that's what's on the bottom down there, or the APRS. Have the antennas for it and everything. So that's still work in progress. One thing I didn't show is above the shack. So I changed out my monitor. I used to have 2 monitors at the top. I went to a single monitor, just made it easier for the computer. And you can still see some of the things I have left to do. Audio from the shack computer to the soundboard. And then this is actually another antenna wire I got to run. My antenna switch for the attic. If you watched the previous video, this is what controls it right here. And I got a few other things I'm still working on. This is a RigPi. Not my favorite thing, so I haven't hooked it back up yet. And I got my Raspberry Pi shack computer, which I haven't hooked back up yet. And then I just got a bunch of other things floating around. Some of the more Serenos. I have 3 of those set up right here. Of course, the shack computer and a few other things. And then the Ham Shack voice stuff. And then above me, I have 4 monitors I can move around. Right now you see one of them's in an update mode, but that's what the matrix switch controls. So I can put different things different places, make it one big screen if I want to. So I can do different things with that. But that's pretty much it. And then just like I had in Maryland, I have the same soundboard control for controlling all of the audio. And of course I have the Stream Deck that if I'm doing like WinLink, or not WinLink, but Echo Link, I can hit the button to transmit and things like that too. Also helps me, I got functions set up if I'm running a net and using NetLogger. So that's pretty much it for the quick shack tour. It's not much different than Maryland, just a lot smaller. Everything's in one room here instead of having 2 or 3 big rooms to work with. So, but just redone some things, and I still have a lot of work to do. So you can see a lot of things still need cleaned up, but it's getting there. I've been doing a lot of traveling, so not happening as fast as I would like, but that's the new shack here in Florida.